for the 16th of August, 2026. How wonderful it is that no one need wait a single moment before beginning to improve the world. And that was Anna Frank. That was excellent. And just moving on here. Yeah, after I've been to our service on Sunday, I come home and I usually cook the brunch. Today, Babs, my wife, kicked in and she actually made some really nice little pastry things which had got cottage cheese in them and lots of other good stuff. It's pretty good, actually. So we added that to it. But my job normally on a Sunday when we get back is to get changed into my lounging outfit and then to cook the brunch, which is always pretty good. Usually large omelette with all sorts of stuff in, and then who knows, potatoes with it maybe. And then we usually end with a keto ice cream, which is pretty good. So that is kind of our Sunday. And then we read something. We watch CBS Sunday Morning. Late, of course, because it's been on in the morning. We record it. And then might take a nap for a few minutes or who knows what. So there we are. But anyway, that's pretty well it. And here, my good friends, is the reading for today, which Reverend Robbins has called The Small Self versus Our True Self. And the first quote is from Marie Curie, who says, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less." Pretty good, huh? And Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind, pretty much towards the beginning of the book, page 72. Yeah, 72 in the Science of Mind textbook. It's towards the beginning. Life waits on our discovery of natural laws, our discovery of ourselves, and our discovery of our relationship to the great whole. Yes, everything is interconnected. And I'm sure everyone who watches this and listens to this would agree. And I'm sure you've all had experiences that demonstrate that we are all interconnected. And I'm sure to some extent you can sort of see how this piece of writing today might apply to all of us, where she says, the small self, or the ego, is the mask that we wear in public. This is the part of us that fears rejection and is shaped by society's standards. It judges us and others, and it influences how we see the world. Our appearance, our education, our job, our money, our success, all these are tied to the ego. Fear stems from the small self. In contrast, we also have a part of ourselves whose power is immeasurable and exists in a state of its innate awareness of its oneness with Spirit, capital S. Our true self understands our unconditional connection to the divine and to each other. This self sees opportunity, it grows, and it loves freely, recognizing itself as a spiritual being with endless potential. When facing fear, the true self responds with honesty and with care, knowing it belongs to something greater. Our true self is unchangeable and harmonious, loving unconditionally and in perfect harmony with all. Though we may struggle to act from this place, knowing ourselves as one with God is the great adventure of the human experience. She says, when I'm afraid, I particularly struggle to see from my true self. I find that if I can take a breath and dive into an affirmative prayer, I can tap the unwavering rhythm of the universe. I can find myself and move forward in a position of unity and oneness with confidence and with love. And she goes into affirmative prayer, but I suggest you do whatever works for you, whether it's just take time out, do a breathing exercise that you particularly like, do some meditation, even just go read something uplifting. So in other words, to take a break from whatever it is and then just come back and try it again. So that seems to work for me. I speak, act, and love from my true self, the powerful place of my divinity. And it's a small d in divinity as opposed to the large D in divinity, which applies to everything, the allness. I speak, act, and love from my true self, the powerful place of my divinity. So, that's the end of my short reading for today. I hope you got a chance to watch Creative Life Spiritual Center's service on Facebook. If not, it will be available. It is available now on Facebook, Creative Life Spiritual Center, and either later today, tomorrow, it will also be on our YouTube channel. We find that by the end of the week, the number of viewers is way, way more than the ones who actually see it in person and see it online live. It just goes up exponentially. So I don't know why, but there it is. It's received hundreds of views by the end of the week. And I hope you're one of them in some way, shape, or form. And my knowingness for everyone is a wonderful rest of the day, whenever that day turns out to be. Namaste.